I'm going to. All right, so we're going to solve this system using the elimination method. Remember, step 1 is to get the equation into the x plus y equals number form, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in our case, since they're squared, we want both equations in x squared plus y squared equals our number form. We have that, right?
Yes.
I think they called it ax squared plus by squared equals our constant. All right, so we've already there, so we don't have to worry about it. So what do we do now?
We multiply the bottom number.
Well, we have to multiply both.
We're going to multiply the equations.
By the number. For the variable.
By what we want.
Yeah, to cancel a variable. So we got to decide, do we want to eliminate the x squared or the y squared? X squared? Okay, does it matter?
No.
No. If I want to eliminate the x squared, what am I going to multiply my top equation by?
4.
The digit in front of the bottom one. And what about my bottom equation?
Negative 3.
The 3, the digit in front of the top one. Now remember, then check your signs. Are my signs different in the original problem?
No.
So I have to make them different on the outside. So which one do we want to put a negative in front of?
3.
Okay, does it matter?
No.
No. Alright, so let's multiply this through. So multiply the 4 through. What is that? 12x squared plus 8y squared equals 140?
Yes.
And multiply the negative 3 through that one. So negative 12x squared minus 9y squared equals negative 144. And then we move on to step 3, what was step 3?
Add them together.
Yeah, combine and solve for one variable. Alright, so let's combine. What's 12x squared minus 12x squared?
Nothing.
Good, it cancels. What's 9y squared? I'm sorry, 8y squared minus 9y squared.
Negative y squared.
Good. Equals, what's 140 minus 144?
Negative 4.
Okay, now what?
Divide by negative.
Divide by negative 1.
And square root it.
And so y squared equals
2.
4.
Square
Then
root.
what?
Square root.
Take square root of both sides and we get y equals
2.
and good, plus or minus 2. Which, good, remember that means y is equal to negative 2 and y is equal to positive 2. So because we have those two y's, when we do our next step, we plug it back in, we're going to have to do it twice. One for when y is negative 2 and once for when y is positive 2.
Will they both have to be correct or just one?
They both should be. Alright, so then we're on step 4. What was step 4?
Plug it in to a different equation.
Yeah. Substitute solutions from step 3 into
Original equation.
an original equation. Does it matter which one?
No.
So, do you want to pick the top one or the bottom one? Okay, top one. So we're going to plug them into 3x squared plus 2y squared equals 35. So first I'm going to plug in when y is negative 2. And then do PEMDAS. What comes first?
Exponents.
Good. So we got 3x squared plus 2 times, what's negative 2 squared?
4.
Good, equals 35. Now what comes next?
Multiplication.
Multiplication. Because I do have parentheses, but there's nothing to do inside of them, right? My parentheses just mean to multiply. So we have 3x squared. What's 2 times 4?
8.
Positive 8. Okay. What's next?
Subtract 8.
So 3x squared equals,
27. Divide by 3.
okay, divided by 3. So x squared equals,
9. Square root x equals plus or minus 3.
very good. Which means x is equal to negative 3 and x equals positive 3.
Yes, if you square.
Okay, so what we got from this then is when y is negative 2, we had two x values, correct? So when x is negative 3, y will be negative 2. And when x is positive 3, y will also be negative 2. So we have two solutions from that one part. But we're not done. We still have the second y value to check. So
You're on the one.
we're going to use the same original equation, or it doesn't really matter, but I figure y'all want to use the same one. And now we're going to plug in when when y is
2.
positive 2.
What are we doing, check?
So no, we're not checking yet. We're doing our second y value over here. We only did the first one earlier. That's what that one was. Now we're doing the second one. I know, I'm sorry. There's not much room on that. So just like before, exponents come first. So what is 2 squared?
4.
And then multiply. 2 times 4 is...
8.
This looks familiar, doesn't it?
Yep.
It's the same, isn't it?
Yep.
So we could go ahead and go through it. Better get the same answer.
Hopefully.
And we did, right? And so this side here, we found when x is negative 3, y is positive 2. And when x is positive 3, y is also positive 2. And so we have 4 answers here.
That's 3 too many.
Wait. So how would...
We can check all of them.
Uh-oh, that's supposed to be... Wait a minute.
I don't know.
Oh, I got myself mixed up because I wasn't looking when I was writing them down. Alright, so negative 3, negative 2, positive 3, negative 2. That's the two that I found first. Then negative 3, positive 2, and 3, positive 2. Those are the ones I found second. And so we just need to check all 4 solutions in both those equations to make sure that they're true.